Hey guys, Jared with Xpresscreen, and I'm really excited today. We have gotten in our new shipment of our MiScreen. Many of you in America may or may not know about this new machine that has come out from our manufacturer, RISO. This is a smaller digital thermal exposure unit, much like our GoCo Pro 100, QS200, or QS2536 that many of you may have seen. This machine here, and we're going to unbox it. First time I've ever actually seen it. We're going to unbox the machine as well as our startup kit in order to show you guys and myself at the same time exactly what this machine is and how it works. So the machine itself, it's got a thermal printhead on it, just like many of our other machines. It'll allow you to expose an image that's 8.27 inches wide by up to about 17 inches long, which is A4 paper size for those that didn't know. So without further ado, we'll get into the startup kit, which I've already taken some of them out of here, but I've got one that's not open, and then our machine. Alright, so I've taken one of the boxes of the machines out, and I've taken out our startup kit. Startup kit, it offers you all of the supplies that you're going to need in order to operate the machine itself. So we'll dive into that because this is really what I'm excited about. Like I was mentioning, this machine, it's a thermal printhead. It comes with its own software, so I'll have to dive into that a little bit as well. It's essentially a print driver, but it's a software to allow you to do PNG, JPEG, and PDF files. So you would design, put it into this software, and send it to the machine using that. Get our extra cardboard out of the way here. We've got our power cord, and then our actual machine here. So you can tell it's a very small machine compared to our other GoCo Pro devices that we've got out. So we'll just open this up. Pull it out just like that. So this machine here, it will connect directly to your computer. There should be, let's see, here on the back. So on the back there you can see there's a spot for your power cord, on-off switch, and then your USB port, which will connect directly to your computer. Inside, if I take the blue tape off here, inside here is our thermal printhead. So the thermal printhead is actually, looks like it's up on the top side here. This does not open all the way, at least that I can see right now. And I'm guessing, yeah, those come out. The little foam pieces there, those are just there for shipping. And that's actually, I believe, there for some registration purposes. But like I said, we're all going to find out together. The way this machine operates inside the startup kit, which we're going to dive into here in a second, there is a framing system that you actually put a sheet of mesh onto. Your frame then goes into this machine, and you send your image from the computer, and you press the top down here and you hold it down, and while you're holding that down, it actually goes through the machine, and as that thermal printhead heats up on the coated side of our mesh, that image then gets exposed into that screen. So pretty neat. It's about a 5-pound, what it feels like to be about 5 pounds, so it's very portable. So let's move this stuff over here. Let's dive into our startup kit. And so the startup kit and all the machines will actually come with this startup kit to begin with. We have inside here, looks to be, it's a roll of a double face tape. That's what you're actually going to stick to the frame. There's a plastic frame that's in here, so you'll stick that to it, and then the mesh will stick to the other side. This here is your, I'm guessing, the squeegee. There's a little, it's a 9-inch plastic squeegee That's actually used in order to push ink through the actual screen once you've gotten it exposed. The printing board here, so this printing board is actually what you would use once you've got the frame exposed. You'll put the frame, you can see there's some little notches here. You'll put that frame matches up to these notches, and that way you know you're registered. Then we also have, there's a 5-pack of 120 mesh screen material. So this is the same type of 120 mesh that is used on all of our other machines. It's just cut to sheets. And then we have the plastic frame itself, and as you can see there's the holes here which match up to the printing board. Alright, so now that I've got everything out of the startup kit, I've got it all unpackaged, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with our the frame, and we're going to put a piece of mesh on it and we're going to expose something. So we've got our double face tape here. And the frame here, of course, it's got two sides. One of the sides, not sure if you can see it in the video, but it has a triangle on one of the sides. When you go to put your tape on the frame, you want to make sure that that triangle is face side down. And another little telltale is this little square cutout on the frame. You want that to be all up here in the top right corner. So we're going to take our tape, and this, like I said before, it's just a double face tape, and you just want to tape around the edge of your frame, and you want to make sure that you don't have any wrinkles or anything in it. Get it on there straight. If you find that you have difficulty getting the tape to stick to the plastic frame, you can actually just use a little bit of like rubbing alcohol and rub the frame itself, and that will that'll help to get the tape to adhere. It's very important that when you put this tape on, the holes that we see already cut out on that frame, that we don't cover those holes. Those holes, like I've already mentioned, they're very very beneficial in the actual printing of the screen, as well as when you're actually printing onto your substrate. So if you also notice, I am not overlapping the tape on any of the corners. You don't want that extra thickness to be there. So do our last side here. This is actually the first time I've done this, so it's probably a little bit slower than I'll get to. It'll probably become a faster process for me. Alright, so like I said, we just want to make sure that there's no wrinkles or anything in any of the tape, and then we take our backing off. Easier said than done. There we go. You should be able to just kind of roll one of the corners and just be able to pull in. Just like that. And Alright, so there's our frame. It's prepared, ready to have the piece of mesh put on it. And here are our sheets of mesh. And these sheets of mesh, like I said, in the startup kit, it comes in a set of 5. There's also going to be replacement masters or screens. They will come in packs of 5 or packs of 20. So our mesh, if you're not familiar with our mesh has a rough side, which is what's facing up right now. That's the actual mesh side. And then we also have a shiny side. That shiny side of the mesh is the coated side. It's a coating of a thermal coating, essentially, that is, or a heat sensitive coating, that will react with the thermal printhead. And when the heat hits this coating, it's then removed, and therefore allows the actual mesh material to show through. So we just take our mesh here, and we're just going to place it onto our tape. And I'll start in the middle and just push my way out. Pick this up and pull this my way just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Alright, so there's our mesh onto our frame. And like I said, that was the first time I've ever done it on this frame, so probably a little bit more tedious this time around than it will be as I get faster with it. And I'm sure I'll find little tricks and things to make that go faster, just as I have always done with the GoCo Pro 100 with our wooden frames. So now we're ready to grab a computer and expose a screen. Okay, so I've grabbed a computer here, and I have the program. It's called Screen Making. I have it loaded here on, it's actually my Mac here is what I'm showing you. The software will work with a Mac or with a PC. It's a pretty simple program. Like I've already mentioned, it's not really a design program. It's more kind of a driver, or something to be able to send the image to the actual machine. So let's go ahead and we'll get an image loaded up here. So over here I just go to choose image file. Let's go to my desktop, and I've just got the MiScreen logo. So it opens it up here, and if I click on it, you can see I've got some points around the outside that I can then resize. Here are the sizing is here. I can actually change where it is towards the top or the center of the screen, or manually change it. I can mirror the image or rotate it, and then of course send the image. So we're going to get this hooked up to the machine and show you how to load a screen into the machine, and we're going to image. Alright, I've got the machine hooked up to the computer. Like I said, it's via USB. It's a 2.0 USB A to B. Got my power cord plugged in. We're just going to turn the machine on. So green light here tells me the machine is on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my frame. Now if you remember, I had talked about the triangle. Well, this triangle matches up to the triangle that's actually on the machine, and so when we slide this in there, you see those two pins that I talked about when we unboxed it. That's where your frame actually begins. Alright, so in the actual software here, we click send image, and the green light on the machine is blinking, which means that there is data transfer, and I hold this down. Screen making takes about 30 seconds. Now it's very important that once you have completed the exposure that you just pull this the rest of the way. And if you can see that, we've got our MiScreen logo there in our screen. Okay, so what I've done is I've gotten rid of the machine here on the table. I went ahead and I put a little bit of ink on our screen itself. I've got ourselves a little tote bag here, which I've already placed down on the printing board itself. Got our 9-inch squeegee that we're going to use. So as you can see, again, there's our image in the screen, and there's these two holes that are up here on either side, and I'm doing this backwards. Normally I would be standing kind of where you're looking, but those holes actually line up to the pins that are on the actual printing board. Okay, so it's kind of the same holes that are on the machine itself. So normally you would be having the pins away from you, just like this. All right, and we would hold this down. We're going to take our 9-inch squeegee. We're going to grab our ink, press down about a 45-degree angle, pull back towards me, like so. Let's see what we got. Not bad for a first time. Could use a little bit more ink coverage, but I am using a plastisol ink. You could actually use water-based, that would go through there very easily, but that's ready to go through a conveyor dryer and be dried, since it's plastisol, and it's a finished product. So guys, that's the MiScreen. Hope you guys have enjoyed exploring it about as much as I have. I know there's a lot more exploring that I'm going to do with it, as usual, but this machine is portable, it's quick, it allows you to make, little bags and little t-shirts and things like that, but it still uses that same thermal printhead technology, so we're no longer coating screens and with the emulsion and all the extra stuff that has to go on with it. This little contraption here, along with the mesh, allows us to be able to expose that screen fairly quickly. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know I've enjoyed making it, and be on the lookout for some more stuff as I figure it all out. So again, I'm Jared with Xpresscreen. If you guys want more information, you can visit our website, xpresscreen.com. Give us a call here in the office at 800-597-9530, or also check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/Xpresscreen. Hope you guys enjoy the video and have a great day.